Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about how topical relevancy can boost your ranking. So Neil, what is topical relevancy?
Yeah, so Google these days doesn't want to just rank any site for any term. Sure, the Wikipedias of the world rank for everything, but that's because they have so much domain authority. And the beautiful part about topical relevancy is it allows the small guys to compete with the big boys. So Google rather rank a website that's purely on SEO for topics relevant to SEO versus a website that just talks about everything marketing related. So a website that talks about TV advertising, pay-per-click, billboards, SEO, etc. won't rank as well for the keyword SEO or SEO related terms versus a website that was just purely on SEO.
Love it. And this is, case in point here. Let's look at, Single Grain, for example. We rank well for a lot of marketing related keywords. And whenever we put out like a random post, we're not even trying to build links to it. It just will start to rank for stuff. Case in point, there's a post we have on Marketing Funnel, where if you Google it, I think we're number 1 or number 2. Kissmetrics owns the second result or the first result. We built no links to it. And it's because Google sees our site as, an authority in or at least a little authoritative in the marketing space. Now, on the other side, in contrast, if you look at my podcast where I interview a lot of different entrepreneurs, we have a blog for that too. That's Growth Everywhere. It seems like Google's having trouble determining what my subject really is. Ideally, it would be around entrepreneurship, but the words I really rank for are not really circled around the interviews with the entrepreneurs. It's really around, the long form posts that I've written around like sales teams, around like waking up at 4 a.m., things like that. So it seems to be kind of all over the place. But, the things that I want to rank for, such as, these stories around these entrepreneurs, I'm struggling to rank for because it's kind of all over the place right now. Like I've written about hiring, I've written about all these different subjects. It's difficult for, the search engines to determine.
Yeah, when you're starting off a new website, it's very important to have really strong topical relevancy. As your site grows, you have better user metrics like lower bounce rates, a lot of backlinks, people loving the site, right? Strong brand queries, like people typing in the domain name into Google shows brand query searches. Then you can expand your topical relevancy to just more than, let's say, SEO. You can be on SEO, pay-per-click, social media marketing, etc. But when you're starting off, if you go too broad, you'll find that you won't rank for literally anything.
I'm going to give another example here. There's another blog that I have that drives, last year it was driving about 25,000 visits a month. Now it's about 370,000 a month. And it's only because we're focused on that specific topic, right? So focus in first, I totally agree. I think it's almost like akin to running a business too. Apple first started with their desktop computer first, and they started branching out to other areas. Eventually they added the iPod, they added the iPhone, the iPad, things like that. Google started with search first, and then now they're doing all these different things like self-driving cars. So when you're starting out, start out, small first, and then you can start to expand out once you're getting a sizable amount of traffic. So I think, I guess, is there really much to add around this, Neil?
No, it's just really focus on the topic. And what both Eric and I are trying to say is, when people are like, oh, is my niche too small? Am I being too narrow-minded? That's good with topical relevancy. Why? Because then you want to be the best on that one topic. If you want to blog about presidents, first start off on just a few presidents. Pick the ones that first start out, like the George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. If a website just talked about Abraham Lincoln, that site's going to do way better for all Abraham Lincoln related terms versus a website that talked about all presidents. Because Google's like, oh, this website is focused. They must know more about this topic than the other one. And they have a lot of things in the algorithm like the key terms they're using. If the site is truly just on Abraham Lincoln, then it should talk about slavery, freeing the slaves, his beard, the axe, whatever it may be, right? And you can use a software solution out there called Market Muse that tells you all the phrases and terms that you should be using within your website if you want to be really topically relevant around that one topic.
Yeah, and from SEO's perspective, I always like looking at how my competitors are doing. So you can also use tools like SEMrush. You can use tools like Ahrefs too. Also, you can also use SimilarWeb to see similar websites in your space, and you can look at how they're organizing their topics, how they're organizing their content strategy. And I'm going to give another example right here. There's a site called famousbirthdays.com, and it's all celebrity birthdays. Like, you can't get much more niche than that. And I think he drives a couple million visits a month because it's so focused. So Neil, any examples you want to add or anything else you want to add before we hop off?
No, that's pretty much it. As Eric mentioned, always look at your competition. The reason I love MarketMuse for this compared to any other tool, and I have nothing to do with MarketMuse, but what it does is it looks at all the other competitors who rank for all the terms within that niche, and it tells you the phrases that they're using that you're not.
Love it. All right, that's it for today's episode of Marketing School. We'll see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.